So there's practically no water coming out of the shower right now, and it stinks like vomit. What a surprise. I've been in this shower long enough to create steam on the mirror, and I've tried to rinse out my face and my hair in this tap right here when the water to the shower head started suddenly stinking like vomit approximately 15 minutes ago after I had been in the shower for about 10 to 15 minutes. This is very predictable. This foul smelling, stinking water that comes out of the shower head and out of that tap at the same time always occurs within 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes of me being in the shower and have already pretty much showered fully so that I am clean. As you can see right now, there's all kinds of soap and shampoo in my hair. Let's just turn this light on here. You see all of that. All right, you see like all the shampoo and soap all over my hand right there? I am covered with soap and shampoo. All right, you see all that lather right there? And the water stinks like vomit. It stinks like vomit when it comes out of this tap, so I have to spray my hand down with rubbing alcohol. I have it right here on this rack. I have a tub full of bleach to rinse out my washcloths in case they accidentally get saturated by the vomit smelling tap water. And I'm covered with soap and shampoo right now, and I'm trying to rinse off so I can leave the building and attend to my obligations. And every single time I try to take a shower to leave the building, there's somebody in the bathroom behind this wall smoking intense amounts of cigar and marijuana smoke. As I'm getting into the shower, they start smacking the wall at approximately, I'd say 8 o'clock this morning when I tried to use this toilet. Somebody directly behind that wall, or maybe it was below, I couldn't really tell, started slamming some kind of heavy object repeatedly against the back part of this wall right here while I was sitting on the toilet in the dark quietly with the lights off. And then 15 minutes into my shower, once again, the shower water suddenly cuts out. So there's barely any flow and pressure coming out of the shower head. And that's when it suddenly starts to stink like vomit, because somebody is cutting out the water supply to this bathroom deliberately by using a saddle valve against the intake pipe to this unit. The intake pipe is a pipe that brings clean water into a residence off of the main pipe out on the street. And if you have access to the intake pipe, as Jasmine Irizarry, the psychopath, sex offender, and career criminal who was housed in the bathroom behind this wall between 2013 and 2022, and who continues to be housed in this building, had access to the intake pipe to this unit during the 10 years or more that she officially was housed in the bathroom behind this wall. Irizarry, the psycho scum, career hate stalking asswipe, has claimed on social media, or bragged rather, that she is a structural engineer, aka plumber, who gets paid to solve problems. Greenville also has bragged about her cybercrime abilities. Oleg Alessia, specifically her sponsor at the Greenville Group, has bragged to me in person about how she is such a talented hacker. She can get into anything and take care of anything. That is a blowhard sociopath bragging about his criminal exploits because he doesn't think that anyone is going to do anything about them. He could be right. I've been reporting this for years, and nobody has done anything about it so far, even though it's a crime to use surveillance devices in someone's bathroom and to use a psychopath to engage in a lot of disruptions to the utilities to a particular residence, which is exactly what's been happening. There's no heat in this unit right now. I've had to turn the burners on the stove for warmth for several hours this past night, even though it was 42 degrees this morning. It's probably like 48 or 49 now. And I've already left one voicemail for the Greenville Group because there's no heat in this unit. And there was no heat throughout the night. And throughout the night, there was somebody deliberately smoking, burning, and propagating sickening amounts of cigar and marijuana smoke from the vacant premises of the permanently unrented unit directly behind this wall, Unit 78, that again housed Jasmine Irizarry, a known psychopath and career criminal who's apparently in the employ of the Greenville Group for 10 years. For 10 years, the Greenville Group chose to house Irizarry, their career criminal and paid or sponsored psychopath, to engage in a lot of disruption and harassment against me and my abilities to use this bathroom for 10 years from the bathroom 78 located behind this wall. It was suggested by a former maintenance manager that Jasmine Irizarry installed a saddle valve on the intake pipe to this unit back in 2019 when there was a tremendous amount of plumbing work being conducted against the intake pipe to this unit on a Sunday afternoon when the Greenville maintenance manager said that he had no knowledge of any work being done. And then he said, well, maybe she's using a saddle valve, because I reported that the water had suddenly started to stink really foul when I would try to use it to wash my face or rinse out my eyes or other sensitive body parts. He said, well, you can just use a saddle valve, clamp it around the pipe, and then attach a nozzle, and you can do whatever you want to the water that goes through that pipe. It's a very simple, easy to use piece of hardware. I'm talking about a saddle valve that anybody can obtain at any hardware store. And all you need to do is access the pipe, which Irizarry had plenty of time to do during the 10 years that she spent most of her rejected asswipe life sitting in the bathroom behind this wall, slamming things against the wall, smoking and burning and propagating sickening amounts of cigar and marijuana smoke, and engaging in other surveillance-based acts of harassment, aggression, and physical harm. So right now I have to call the Greenville group once again because I am literally covered with soap and shampoo. I'm dripping wet. I have to be somewhere today. My hair is completely lathered up. As you can see, all that lather right there, right? My hands are soapy. And I can't rinse off because the water stinks like vomit. And this happens every single time I take a shower in this bathroom. Yeah, so I just spoke with Greenville office staff. I don't even think that that call was recorded, unfortunately, because my camera's not working properly all of a sudden. And the same psycho scum asswipe career hacker who's been remotely disabling my phones for years when I try to use those phones to report her nefarious and harassing activities behind the wall of my bathroom seems to have remotely interfered with the functioning of the recording of this camera right now. So I just called the Greenville group, spoke with somebody in the office, told them I couldn't use the water because there's barely any water coming out of that shower head. And the water that does come out of that shower head suddenly started stinking like vomit 15 to 20 minutes into my shower while I am covered with soap and shampoo and trying to rinse off soap and shampoo. And I do not smell like vomit, and none of the soap and shampoo that I'm using smells like vomit. I also reported that there has been no heat in this unit. And their response was, we'll let maintenance know. That is what they always say. And maintenance never does anything about anything. And that's why I then have to call inspectional services and report that the Greenville group is failing to provide safe and usable living spaces to at least this unit, if not other units. Yeah, I should not have to keep jumping out of my own unit and use the bathroom down the hall where the water does not stink like vomit 15 to 20 minutes into my shower when I'm covered with floral scented soap and shampoo. I should not smell like vomit. The other day when I went down the hall of the common bathroom, somebody actually let themselves into my unit. Then they tried to pull that sheet through the door to make it look like they hadn't been in there, and they did not do a very good job of covering their tracks. Okay, so far so good. This water does not smell like vomit. Water smells like nothing because water should not smell like anything except maybe chlorine, right? Normal treated, clean municipal water should not smell like vomit 15 to 20 minutes after you've been in the shower and it hasn't smelled like anything, and then you're trying to rinse off soap and shampoo and your soap and shampoo smells like flowers, but then the water stinks like vomit as soon as it comes out of the shower head. That should never happen. It's because the Greenville group are permitting a known career criminal and reported psychopath, according to the Boston Police Department, named Jasmine Irizarry, to contaminate the water to my unit. She's been sitting in the bathroom of 78 behind the wall of my toilet all night, smoking and burning sickening amounts of cigar and marijuana smoke that had been filling my bathroom and my kitchen area for hours. Well, then you know who's responsible for the stinking tap water, especially since she claims that she's not using a saddle valve, but that I should enjoy the boogers in my hair. This water smells perfectly fine. There's absolutely no stink coming out of it whatsoever, as it should smell, right? So this water's fine. I could finally rinse off the soap and shampoo from my hair. And it smells fine. There's no vomit smell. All right, mission accomplished. God, I still have my clothes on. Because really, who wants to keep jumping up and down the hallway in a towel? I should never have to do this just to be clean enough to leave the building and attend professional obligations for the day. Insane. And obviously, that's what the apparent intention is to prevent me from being able to do what I need to do when I need to do it in this apartment. That's why the water deliberately stinks every single time I have to rinse off soap and shampoo. It's the final rinse water that they want to contaminate because that's what you have to use to be clean with, right? It's the final rinse water that they're deliberately messing with because once you've rinsed off, that's the water that's on you, and then you smell like that water. Whatever's in it sticks to your body and to your hair, and that's apparently the whole point. Anyway, at least I'm rinsed off now, and I can proceed with my obligations for the day, which are professional in nature and social as well. So at least I won't smell like vomit during my professional networking events later today.